Greetings, everyone. It's Glenn Kellaway from the basement. Just back from our trip to Florida. Man, it was a really nice visit, but like always, it's too short, man. 8 days just flew by, and we were so busy. And yeah, but man, I love going down there. I did manage to make it to Park Avenue CDs and records on the Wednesday morning. Like I was in there for like 15 minutes. I had very little time. I just ran and looked through. I grabbed a couple things that I've been meaning to buy, and also got something in the mail from Discogs while I was away. So I want to show you these things. And so let's start. So, acoustic stuff. Punch Brothers, Chris Stiley, big fan of this man. Both of these albums are related to him. Punch Brothers album released last year, I think. It's called Hell on Church Street. It is the remaking of a Tony Rice album, and I am dying to hear this. These guys are just so talented. I want to make a special mention that CBS Saturday morning, set your PVRs or whatever you got to record TV shows, just set it for the 2 hours that it's on. Chris Stiley and Billy Strings are having some kind of a performance. This is going to be freaking amazing. Two incredible musicians. I got my all set. I'm ready to go. So it should be pretty cool. Anyway, love the Punch Brothers. Noam Pakilny on banjo, Chris Stiley on mandolin, carries most of the vocals. Yeah, this is going to be good. I'm going to give this a listen as soon as I finish this video. The other one I picked up was Chris Stiley's other band with Sarah Watkins and Sean Watkins called Nickel Creek. They got back together last year and toured. I got to see them. They were fantastic. If Nickel Creek ever comes to your town, go see them. Awesome people, awesome band, just really, really good. The album they put out last year called Celebrants. I have yet to hear this. I didn't buy it, and I am, again, interested. So it's going to be kind of an acoustic day for me because the third album's acoustic too. Bert Yan. I have heard the name Bert Yan forever. He was a founder and member of the band. It's a British folk band called Pentangle. Back in the late 60s, I think they were formed. He's Scottish. Great guitar player. I saw Neil Young in 2014, I think it was, at Massey Hall. And Neil talked about Bert Yan a lot during his performance. He kept saying how Bert Yan's guitar playing was so inspirational to him and that we should be listening to Bert Yan. He really went on a rampage about Bert Yan, quite a bit. And I have never paid any attention to the man whatsoever. My friend Jason Arsenault, who has his own channel and also is on our Wednesday chats, he showed a Bert Yan album called Jack O'Ryan, which really piqued my interest. I started looking for Bert Yan stuff. The records are not that common. The CDs were expensive. I went on Discogs, and I found two albums. His self-titled debut solo album, called coincidentally Bert Yan, and his third album called Jack O'Ryan. Orion, Orion. Two LPs on one CD. So I thought this is a good place to start. I think I got it for like $8 or $10 or something like that. So I'm really interested in checking this out. I think Mr. Yanch passed away around 2011, but highly influential guitar player, folk musician. I think he toured right up until he died. There are the two albums right there, so I am anxious to hear those. And what else is going on? So when I was in Florida, my good friend Steve, I think I talked about this in one of my videos down there, sent me a book, the Sly Stone book, which I haven't delved into yet. I'm reading a book on the Carter family, first family of country music, one of the first major recording artists in recorded pop music history, I guess. I'm reading this book, and it's so interesting. It talks a lot about how these artists were brought up into New Jersey and record songs, and they were given $50 every time they recorded a song, and they do like 6 songs and come home with their 12 tracks and come home with $600 in their pocket, which in the late 20s, early 30s, you can only imagine how much $600 was to these people. And so they would go home, and A.P. Carter would do nothing but travel around looking for old traditional songs that were not copyrighted, and then go up and record them, change them around a little bit, put his name on them, and get some publishing rights. And the big way of making money back then was the sheet music. Everybody was into sheet music. If you could get your song, people buying the sheet music, that was killer. So, I mean, the Carter family are just legendary. Maybelle and Sarah and AP. But what an interesting read. I wish I could remember the name of the book. It's something you're going to make me lonesome. I'm going to, something like that. Look up Carter family biographies. Find one. Fascinating story. Fascinating. They mentioned Jimmy Rogers, who's really the first probably pop star. That song, Blue Yodel, that he recorded in the late 20s. It's like T for Texas, T for Tennessee. That's basically that song as we know it. Sold over 1 million copies back then. I mean, that's crazy. Who could afford phonograph records? Unbelievable. Anyway, I digress. Steve, when we went to the Bob Dylan Center, he took this cool picture. You're on the main floor, and then when you go up to go to the second floor of exhibits, there's this stairway, and it leads all the way up. And you look up the top. There's this huge picture of Bob, photograph of Bob on the wall up there. So you see up the stairway, and you see Bob up ahead. And on the stair, in each stair, it's printed, "I'll let you be in my dreams if I can be in yours." Fantastic. Steve took this picture of it, and he had it blown up to a bigger size, beautifully done, and he sent me one, Larry one. There's mine. I already framed it and put it on my wall. I wonder if I could go over and show it to you guys. Hold on a second while the old guy gets up. I'm going to try and do that. How am I getting over here? That's weird. The way that works. Let me do this. Oh my Lord. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Steve. That is so cool. Okay, I did that. Hope it didn't make you dizzy. Okay, the old guy's got to sit back down again. So, yeah, that's it. We'll be back with more stuff. What else can I say? Thank you all. Happy to be home. We'll talk soon.